poor trapped souls, dragged to a foreign land, surrounded by the mists. What do you seek here? Knowledge, honor, revenge. You clutch onto steel and faith, but you are far from the sight of your God. Know this. He is the ancient. He is the land. And you are trespassing. Last time on D&D. Us four adventurers have found ourselves in a horrible, horrible land known as Barovia. When we first arrived to Barovia, we went to a place called Durst Manor, a haunted house, basically. And there, Percy, you found some records that indicating that they must have had some kind of mercantile of some sort. And they had like an inventory, is what you found. Also in this house, you guys found a dog with a collar that read, "Please return to Gertruda," in the village of Barovia. Well, in the basement of this house, your guys' priest sacrificed the dog, and you guys managed to escape the death house. After leaving the death house, you guys all got split up. Percy and Dragar found themselves alone, and that's when they found Callan. Callan had been wandering into the mist for a couple of hours. You guys made it to the next village of Erasnau, and basically at the very foot of the mountains where an eternal blizzard had taken over. Figuring out the problems there, you also ran into Trefor. Trefor ran into you guys a few hours later. After solving and killing the werewolf hunter, where you also got a werewolf pup, Callan, that I don't want you to forget about.
I have it.
Yeah.
I gave it to
Oh
Percy.
yeah, and then you gave it to Percy later. But
And then Percy took my dagger that
from the inn in Erasnau, you guys called Vasily von Holtz, and he's like the stable master of Barovia. Basically, he's just like there to give everyone rides, basically. He gave you a ride to Barovia, and on the village of Barovia. And on the way there, you guys saw a horseman.
Not them, I did.
Yeah. When you guys got to the village of Barovia, you met with Ismark and Ophelia Kolyana. Well, they needed your help with their father, who got turned into a zombie. You guys solved that problem by killing the priest and accidentally letting his vampire son escape.
Did the right thing.
Yes.
The priest was killing innocent people, so that's not...
When you guys came back, you went to go bury their father, the zombie, and during the burial, Strahd von Zarovich, the leader of all Barovia, vampire lord, approached you guys and invited you to dinner. And he basically forced you guys to the carriage by
Half of us, at least.
by using his magic to corrupt you guys into doing his will. There you had dinner. This was a very confusing dinner, and I apologize, guys. This was my very first monologue I ever had as a DM, and I fucking took it and ran with it, and I apologize.
No, you're good.
But knowing that this happened, so it's canon. So moving on from here, there's like 4 things that I need you guys to take away from that dinner. Number 1 is Ismark's death.
It's like a dinner.
Yes, at dinner.
4 things.
He's smart. Yeah.
Well,
4 things.
Ismark's death was a very big incident, a very big scene during the dinner. And there's 2 clues. Number 1, Gertruda talked a little bit of crap to him before. Number 2, the lights went off, and this happened basically instantly. So the speed is a very big clue on this. And the 3rd clue is his head was... The top of it was like taken off like a jar, and his brain was missing. Those are the 3 clues that I gave you guys. While you guys were at dinner, Ophelia actually snuck into the castle while you guys had Strahd distracted, and she freed Guile Tagmar, which Guile is a werewolf who is basically Trevor's best friend. He is the one who trained Trevor to be a monster slayer, vampire hunter, all that stuff. He's just huge to Trevor's backstory, basically.
Alright.
At dinner, Strahd gave you guys each an item. He gave you an enchantment item, a book of enchanting. Gave you a cloak of many things, which is just useful stuff. He gave you some letters and a whip, and he gave you some boots of speed. In these letters, Trevor, since you didn't read it out loud to the camera, basically all that happened in the letter was that when Guile and Trevor got sucked into the mists, this was like a day or 2 before he ran into you guys. Anyway, they were in the misty forest, and the mist came, and he was just gone. Guile was. And what happened was Guile got sent 6 months into the future in Barovia, and so he had been in Barovia for 6 months by the time Trevor came. During these 6 months, this is all explained in the letter. Technically. Timey-wimey bullshit.
Okay. Sorry.
Anyway, so Guile is a werewolf, and he ran into Ophelia and fell in love with Ophelia. Now they're dating. Guile also became a leader of the... not a leader. He became part of the werewolf pack and didn't like how things were being ran and attacked the leader. Well, the leader beat the shit out of him and left him for dead in the woods, where Strahd's wolves found him and dragged him back to the castle, and Strahd basically put him into jail. But that's just all backstory. The next thing that was important at dinner was the 3 souls. The first soul is Strahd von Zarovich's soul. His soul is in the Book of Keeping, held by Inahira, the Arcanoloth, in the Amar Temple. The second soul is Sergei von Zarovich. Nobody knows anything about this soul.
Nobody knows where he's at.
The third soul is Tatiana, which is Ophelia. Those are the 3 souls. He wants you to gather these 3 souls, and then he will allow you guys to escape.
I have that written down too.
I think that's all it about dinner.
Yeah, that's it.
You guys met Rahadin. Rahadin is the chamberlain of the castle. He's basically Strahd's right-hand man.
He's a kind of a bitch elf.
He's an asshole. You guys met Cyrus Bellevue, he's the little imp dude.
Yeah, he's ugly.
Who is the butler for Strahd. He's the one who took you guys in the carriage. Okay, leaving dinner, Ophelia basically explained to you guys that don't believe any of Strahd's bullshit, and she specifically said that she doesn't want you guys to fall for his nonsense, basically. She showed you a glowing red light from one of the highest towers in the castle, and she said that's the key to his defeat. She does know nothing about this, but that's what she knows. She also told you of a group called the Keepers of the Feather, which you guys didn't press her for anymore, but she mentioned that. She took you guys to the gypsy camp of the Zarovan tribe, led by the seer Madaam Eva. At this camp, you guys partied for a little bit and were told of why the Vistani are allowed to come and go in the mists, because they saved him a long time ago, basically. Then you guys entered the Vardu, the carriage of Madaam Eva, and had your fortunes read. But Percy didn't really like the outcome of these, and
Kicked Ophelia out.
yeah, and kicked Ophelia out, didn't allow her in, which pissed her off immensely. We just finished the card reading.
Yes.
And that is where we're gonna start.
I told Ophelia to stay out.
Yeah, you kicked her out.
Then I think
I think
you
he was drunk.
Then you called her back in, I think, after.
No, Ophelia's never been called back inside.
Oh,
Okay, sorry, who's the third soul guy? Tatiana, Sergei, Strahd.
His brother.
That's it.
No, who's the third?
Tatiana, Sergei, and Strahd.
Oh, I said the 2 in combined.
Yeah.
Sergey.
Which, remember, Strahd isn't Strahd.
Yes.
Right.
This is what's also confusing. There's
I
three.
remember.
There's three. I'm just going to explain it again anyway.
Okay.
There's three brothers. The oldest brother is Strahd, the middle, who is the general, who is the one who made a contract with Inahira. That's important.
That's why
The
it's
middle
called-
brother is Sturm von Zarovich. He's a captain. He's a very good swordsman. The third brother is Sergei von Zarovich. He's the priest and the husband of Tatiana,
And the missing soul.
the missing soul. So when
Stern is the.
Sturm took over Strahd's name because nobody would listen to him, so he decided to scare the populace and basically took over like that. So now Sturm, aka Strahd von Zarovich, is now the leader of Barovia and has been for the last 400 years
As a
because he's a vampire. All right.
So, what did you think of your cars?
I think the truth.
I think it's a bunch of hoopla, honestly. Who's to say you know what you're doing anyway?
Who is to say?
Destiny.
Perhaps Mother Night could answer your question.
Well, I don't pray to her anyway, so good day.
Destiny and fate. One more reading,
Can I
if you
call
wouldn't mind.
I'm not giving you another reading.
Not for us, for our compatriot. Ophelia, as I try and call her back into the.
And then she called her back in. I storm out.
She doesn't respond to Drago.
Oh, I storm out.
Ophelia.
You storm out.
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back. We'll go back to you in a
Like,
second.
I think it's a bunch of lies.
Ophelia, you can come in. Person's gone.
Yeah, I think she's gone. I'm assuming she's gone, right?
All right, you guys are just waiting there. We cut to Percy. Percy walks outside. You see, you're in the middle of the Vistani camp, Percy, and there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of people specifically surrounding the bonfire. And what do you do?
Do I see Ophelia or whatever?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
16.
Yep. Okay, so she's sitting there next to the bonfire, drinking a big bottle of wine. She seems upset.
Right. I walk over and I go, well, if you want to go in there, you can. It's like a bunch of shit anyway.
She turns her chin away from you and walks away and slams the wine bottle into your stomach. Take these. I'll be back. She storms out.
Does she go towards the Vistani?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
And what do?
I take the wine jug and start drinking
You're just sort of sitting at the fire.
it. Yeah.
Sitting across from you on a log is a Vistana. You lock eyes with her. She has short, red hair, hoop earrings, and a little bit of a tattered dress. She's maybe 20 years old.
What was all of that about?
Oh, I don't know. It's just a bunch of hoopla. I'm just not into that type of thing.
You know, not many people come here.
Shocking.
Can I tell you a quick story?
Sure.
A mighty wizard came to this land over a year ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you're standing. A very charismatic man he was. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the devil Strahd. He stirred them without thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle en masse. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their ground and were never seen again. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other. Their battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to a precipice overlooking the falls. She points. You can see like a beautiful waterfall, like maybe half a mile away, up on like a huge hill just beyond the forest. Thunder shook the mountainside. A great rock tumbled down upon the wizard. Yet by his magic he survived. Lightning was from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground, but lost his memory. But when the devil Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic couldn't save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down to the river to search for the wizard's body. to see if he had any goods or something. You know. But the river Iblis had already spirited him away. Thank you for listening to my tale.
What was the river called again?
The river Iblis.
Oh, Iblis. Okay, I thought it was something else. I was gonna be like, well, that's
Alright, we cut back to you guys.
I walk out.
Okay. Trevor walks out. Ophelia walks in. She sits there and she's sort of pouting. Well, what happened?
We
Did I see Ophelia walking?
Yep. You're already outside. You're not here.
So later, we just had a very interesting enlightenment with the cards. We were wondering if we could have yours taken too into
She peeks at
consideration.
the cards. Madam Eva looks at her. What brings you here, young Ophelia? I wish to have my fortune read. That's it. Well, you already know your fortune, Ophelia. She looks confused. I cannot read your fortune, young lass. Ophelia looks around at you guys
I don't know.
and storms out.
Well, thank you for being clear. Can we trust her?
I'm not sure.
That's it?
There's something behind her eyes that has not been revealed.
Anything else?
Do you have any more questions for me? What about the Ember Temple? You were asking me earlier. Why do you seek the Ember Temple?
Oh, we have to find something in the temple.
You have to find something? What? Something. Nothing's there
Inohera.
but death and shadows.
The Inohera.
The Inohera. It's a book. I'm trying to locate where the temple's at.
You seek
Mount Kaki.
the Book of Keeping.
Yes, the Book of Keeping. What is it exactly?
It's Mount Gakis.
Kaki.
Trega. It's not cocky.
It's not Bukaki, bro.
Get your mind out of the cocky. Or the temptress will come after you. Anyway, what was your question?
It
It will be difficult to get there.
we're pretty well capable of holding our own.
You think people haven't tried this before?
I'm sure they have, but I have a feeling we'll succeed.
We're stronger than most who have done this mission.
I
Of
possess a few talents up my sleeve, and I pull out my hand and just shoot out flames at the end of my fingertips, kind of like a candle.
Just because you have fire at will not save you from the blizzard or the ice rock.
What's the ice rock?
A great bird protects the Ember Temple. She will swallow you whole in a matter of seconds.
And then I'll gut her from the inside.
That is first, if you can even brave the eternal blizzard of Mount Gakis.
We've already survived the colds here practically naked. I think we can manage with proper preparation.
Speaking of clothes, it comes to my attention you require a different outfit.
Am I still in
Yes!
shorts?
You
Damn.
Change your clothes.
Is there any? Yeah, okay. Is there somebody within?
Ophelia comes back in and sits down. Anyway, Madam Eva, we're here for disguise. And Madam Eva kind of ignores Ophelia because she's talking to Callan. Yes, young one, I understand you are here for disguise. Now, what were you saying, Callan?
What was I saying? Yeah, we're gonna get some temperature-worthy clothes.
Of this I know half, but I will give you all a Bistani outfit to enter Valaaki, if you so choose to go that way.
Yeah, I could definitely use some clothes.
Alright, she gives you guys all a change of clothes, including one for Percy.
I still keep my
What
fur.
about me?
It's a Vistani outfit. Yeah, all of you.
I
said
still
all
keep
of
my
you.
fur
I'm not
on my
in, though.
shoulders.
Okay, well, she has one
I'll
for you too.
pass it on to you, man, when I get outside.
We'll hold in our extra because you're most likely going to need it.
Thank you, Madam Eva. I appreciate it. Without your help, we would not enter Valaaki. I tried telling them, but I don't know if that asshole Percy will listen.
Do you know somebody by the name of... She's an old hag by the name of Morgana? Or...
I know two.
do you
One, Granny Anne. Her true name is Morgantha.
And the
How
other...
do you know of her name?
I've had a run-in with her before, but just something I just need to discuss on more personal terms.
You seek Mother Ogra.
Mother Ogra.
Why?
It's between me and her.
Does this have to do with your hand?
Possibly.
Have you explained to your friends what's happened to your hand?
No.
So basically, I was trying to summon demon magic, and in the process, I was teleported to a portal dimension, to which I met this old hag.
Mother Ogra.
Mother Algra, that's what it was. Mother Algra. And we got into a bit of a scuffle and disagreements of summoning magic, and she cursed my hand. And so now, I would just like to have a nice little chat with her.
Yeah, I'm sure that's all that's gonna come out of that.
Just a chat.
Well, Kalan, you are in seeking for the tree that walks. It is said Mother Ogra walks through the Svalich Woods at night.
Good to know.
And where's this forest at?
The Svalich Woods are all of the woods. Svalich, S-V-A-L-I-C-H. Svalich. This,
Not phallic.
no, the Svalich Woods so are all of the woods in Borovia.
All of the woods. Okay.
It
The
is
walking
one
tree.
forest.
The walking
Honestly,
tree.
this land you find yourselves in, travelers, is not that big. A simple 2-day walk on foot. You find yourself in the valley of Borovia. To the north is Mount Barapok. To the south is Mount Gakis. In between is Borovia. The mists will not allow you any farther than these borders.
Except for Uvastan, correct?
Yes, of course. Do you have any other questions? Because I have others. Do you walk inside, back inside? Trevor walks back in.
I have one question. Are you sure you can predict my future?
Only the future will tell, young one. Sometimes fate is written and destroyed. The future may always be changed. It is in your hands, Dugar. But there is a prophecy, the Hiskosa prophecy. I think I have it somewhere. Give me a second. She stands up and gets on her bookshelf, and she's flipping through books and books and books and books when she finally comes across this scroll. And she says, here it is. The Hiskosas Hexad. This is your prophecy. You want me to read it to you?
Sure.
It says, when the evil of night descends the land, with completion in order, this hexad of signs mark the end is near where you stand. The first sign. In the house of Durst, the ghosts unborn, through life, unlife, unliving shall scorn. The second sign is the soon drowned child of Bistani descent either feeds or denies the great serpent. The third sign, waiting for years, devil's son will rise to stand up against evil. Curse breakers arrive. The third sign, the fourth, the light of night shining over the dead will shudder and fail, turning all to red. The fifth sign, Inahira will make his fortunes reverse, dooming all here to live forever cursed. And the final sign of the prophecy, the bodiless shall journey to the time before, where happiness to hate
I know this one.
creates land and lore. It has a little bit of words on the bottom. It says, beware the Dukar, for he and he alone may bring these 6 signs, destroying our home. It's signed by Hiskosa, the first Dukar, and hopefully last.
I asked her a question. So if I make the signs happen and gather all of you guys, and
If the signs happen, the Great Conjunction happens. The Great Conjunction function is when all of the mists of the planes of dread recede, which means instead of one Dark Lord problem, we have endless Dark Lord problem.
Yes.
Bringing darkness to all. Young Treffer, future may be foreseen, but that does not mean it is written in stone. Sometimes it is, but that is not the case today. What I mean is, your future is in your hands, young one. You follow these signs, you will doom all of your friends. If you try to prevent these signs, you will doom all of your friends. What are you going to do, young Trevor? Kill your friends, help your friends, it doesn't matter. Lord Strahd von Zarovich has been doing this a long time. If you are foolish enough to face him, you will fail. Now, that being said, there are 3 things in this place that will help greatly in the battle of darkness. And your card reading gives you answers to these 3 things. But I am a Vistani. I do not tell you answers. I give you riddles and tricks to make you figure it out yourself. Now, any more questions for the Madaam Eva, because I have better things to do.
okay. So what if I was to gather everyone and make the signs happen, and then as soon as the mists break, we all run?
That's not
Run to where? A different land?
Yeah.
Ruled by a different dreadlord? You are stuck in this dimension known as Ravenloft.
But not forever.
Allow us, thank you for your kind words, Madam Gypsy. Allow us to go before we end up cursed for our mouthy young compatriot.
Speaking of curse, Dregar, I see one looming over your head.
Oh,
Do you want me to break it for you?
can you?
I can, but first I need one thing from you. A piece of your hair. This is all I require. What do you think?
I want the Jeopardy music right now. No, he wants to be a millionaire when it's like really intense.
Why do you need my hair?
This is for not a need-to-know basis, perhaps you say.
Sounds like a good trade.
Have you ever felt
Pain?
that you cannot help certain people? Every time you try, you fail, correct?
Why not?
That is your curse. So for you to stay in this party with the Ducat and Callan, Percy, Ophelia, you will doom them all, continuing your curse.
Hag touch, Ducard, dark prophecy. I pull out a hair. A bard who is constantly scared of
She
everyone.
like specifically doesn't touch it, grabs a vial. Thank you.
I just
Now,
I was taking notes.
come here. And she grabs Dragar by the head, pinches his temples, and a white light emits off her eyes. And you feel so much better, Dragar. You can actually feel the curse being broken.
He's no longer.
24/7.
He's still horny.
That I cannot break, I'm afraid.
This is personality.
At least give him
Yes.
some kind of like medication or something.
No, he has the drive. Well, Dragar. Have you ever heard of the Turgs before?
Yeah, your
The
lord,
turds?
the lord
The
of
Turgs.
Oh.
the lord of Barovia,
not the
Strahd
turds.
commented. He was reminded of them.
You remind me as well. You see, Madaam Eva is not as young as I look.
No,
I'm over 300 years old.
I wouldn't imagine you over 112.
Oh, thank you, my love.
Oh,
Well, sexy shirtless man. Now that your curse is broken, you will actually be aid in this quest.
That's-
No more priests. That goes for Percy as well. Please tell him.
Yeah,
Now, get out of my tent, all of you.
Okay.
as I lead on the rest of the group out.
is Ophelia still in?
Yeah, she was.
You guys all are together
was in
now.
there for-
you
yes.
guys all walk out and you guys see Percy. You're still sitting at the bonfire, just drinking. You sort of see that he's like staring into the fire.
I take the
You
bottle.
can see he's kind of contemplating something.
I take a swig at the bottle.
Right.
I give it back.
Okay.
Hey!
Speaking of,
Swig of the. I better actually make the swig
Okay,
count.
so what do you guys do from here? You guys are chilling around the bonfire, kind of. It's pretty chill. They're not doing like a dance right now. All the Vistani are basically just chilling around, sort of moseying around. Each one of them have a bottle in their hands, though. Can I have all the cards back?
Yeah.
I had
As
a-
Madaam Eva, is there like a person who looks all magic-y like?
All of the Stanmir. You can see Stanmir is still sitting in his wheelchair.
Who is he?
Stanmir is the one who told you he spit the green liquid into the fire and told you the story of how Vistani are able to travel through the mist. Remember that?
Okay. Oh, okay. So he's some sort of magic-y type.
Not really.
You don't know. Not necessarily. Especially, well, knowing that, Trefor is very unique by being the Dukar, a male Vistani who has sight, you can deduce that he's probably not magical.
Madaam Eva's mostly what I gotta deal with.
Yeah, she's the seer of the Vistani.
I kind of have a question out of game.
Yeah, out of game?
Those cards that you got,
Uh-huh.
are they like a specific kind of like tarot cards, or are they just like regular plain?
They're for
cards?
Curse of Strahd.
Oh, they're just straight for Curse of Strahd? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look those up.
that magic that happened the last time we did this
It's
was
called
real.
Taroka.
It was real magic.
Tarot cards?
Who do you
So
approach?
everyone's not talking to. Everyone's left Madaam Eva's room.
Yeah, no one's in there.
Not even Madam Eva?
Well, she's in there. Are we gonna be staying the night here?
It's like 9 in the morning. It's still pretty early.
Oh.
Well, yeah, because remember you guys stayed the night outside of Strahd's castle, and then you left immediately, came here. So it's still early morning. It's like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so what do you guys do? You're at the bonfire.
Okay.
After hitting the reset button, I start drinking.
Yeah. Okay. I asked the
Did I
group.
fuck
then,
up by having it?
should
No,
we?
that was my fault.
Oh.
Just ignore it.
Should we head to the mountain? Mount Gugaki. Alright, Gaki.
Gakis.
Gakis. Should we head?
G-H-
K.
Ghakis.
I completely misspelled that, but whatever.
I spelled Gaakis.
You spell Inahira, Inajira. Inahira.
Whatever works for your brain, you know.
Okay, so you guys leave the Vistani camp.
Okay. I thought we were going to the next village nearest.
So you guys find yourselves on a road, and it splits to the right, heading towards Sayre Falls. There's a little signpost, and then there's also a sign to the left that says the Svalich Woods / Valaaki.
Valaaki, that's where we're supposed to go.
Well,
Valaaki.
I think
Someone said we're supposed to go to Valaaki.
I think that's our best bet. We'll go to Valaaki if we come
Well,
back
if you guys put on your... This is Ophelia. If you guys put on your gypsy's outfit, we will make it into Valaaki, but first we must get through the Svalich Woods. If you'd like, I'd like to go up to the Sayre Pool to get a little bit of a bath.
Alright.
It's a healing place up there.
Alright, why not?
as long as I'm getting healed.
I think we're
I mean-
going to Mount Gakis.
Whew, I mean, I could use a bathe
because I
myself.
think that's going to help us find the
Maybe.
So do you
castle
guys
that
want to go
moves.
to Sayre Falls first?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay, awesome.
You follow the river to the base of a canyon.
Spoken
Wait,
like a
wait,
true
wait.
woman.
So there's like a high road and there's like a bottom road. You can either follow the river or you can go up to the top of the mountain.
Right.
Wait, we could either follow the river or go to the top of the mountain?
Yep.
Is that what you said?
I'm following Ophelia.
The Sayre Pool is at the top, but the falls are at the bottom. We can go to either.
Which
one do you want?
one's
Who
how
wants to
far?
go get bathed?
Let's go to the top.
She wants to get
There's-
butt naked.
You guys want to go to
There's
the
something-
top?
I start
It's a
walking.
beautiful view.
I
We can
start
actually
walking.
see all of Barovia.
I just start walking.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the top.
Alright, you guys all head to the top.
I'm following
Give me
Ophelia.
1 second.
I go to the top.
As I lead us the way on guard, as I have
Onward.
my axe on the ready for in
There
case
is.
the trip is treacherous up this mountain way we walk.
Probably a giant hydra just chilling in the fucking river.
Probably everything chilling in the fucking river waiting to eat us.
Right? Like some giant piranha.
I've just assumed with being in this land that everything every other second's trying to kill us, so I'm just always ready on guard.
most
like
D&D,
Africa.
yeah, like most D&D campaigns. Everything's trying to kill you.
Hippos, man.
Yeah, they're
Ophelia, how much farther to the
most
top
dangerous
will we need
animal
to
on
be
the
at the
planet next
falls?
to cheetah.
You follow the road to the base of a canyon, at the far end of which a great waterfall spills into a pool, billowing forth clouds of cold mist. A great stone bridge spans the canyon, nearly 1,000 feet overhead. You follow the dirt road as it clings to the side of a mountain and ends before an arching bridge of mold-encrusted stone that spans a natural chasm, which that's the same one you guys saw from the bottom. And once you guys get up here, you know, just the fresh mountain air of mountain air. And you guys just are now sort of realizing that, you know, however messed up this place is, it's actually beautiful. Especially right here. You know, you guys can hear the sound of waterfall.
You look at that, friends. There apparently is heaven in hell.
You guys look around. You guys are like in a mountain that's kind of like in the middle of the valley of Barovia. You guys can see a ring of mountains everywhere that you can see. There's a forest off to the left of you. You can see a town, presumably Valaaki. You can see a smaller town way over off in the distance, presumably Krezik. From the author to the right, you can see, not too far away, a few miles, the village of Barovia. And looming atop a castle, atop a mountain, is Castle Ravenloft.
You can see far and wide the land of Barovia.
And it's beautiful, you know. And you guys can see, Valaaki is at the beach of a huge lake, and that's what you guys see. You guys walk up to a pool. There's just a big pool, and it's all green, and it's kind of hot, and it smells really, really good. All the grass is green, is what I'm gonna say. And like all the trees and stuff, and it just smells really amazing. Well,
That was
Ophelia immediately strips off all her clothes, completely naked, and she
Whoa, there's like a kid here!
she just dives into the water. Ah, come on in. The water's great. Ah, and she's
Ophelia.
just swimming around.
How deep? How much of a jump from where she was is in the water? Is it?
What?
What?
What is that question right now?
Well,
What, did she just jump off of an edge? Did she just
She
kind
just
of
went to the beach, into the beach and jumped in.
Alright, okay, then never mind. I
What
just
do
be
you
like,
want to know?
okay, I just do the same.
All right, Dragar strips and dives into the water.
With my axe, just for the fun of it.
Okay. Do you guys join?
No.
I take
No.
my shirt off and just jump in.
I'm gonna pull out a book and start reading.
Well, I needed a bath.
Callan, you pull out a book and cozy up to this tree, and it's weird. There's no sun, but you can almost feel the warmth of the sun coming through the clouds. Yet you can't see it.
So next to the pool, is there like a waterfall?
The waterfall is like right here, and it goes down.
Okay, but the pool is somewhere over.
The pool's like you guys are right here on the pool. The waterfall's right here, and it goes down.
Oh.
And then here's the path you guys just came up.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I just started fucking with my lute.
You just hear this beautiful melody
Lute? Guitar? What is that called? Actually?
loop from Percy.
Eventually. I'm working on tuning it.
Ophelia. Kind of want to talk to you.
I bet
What do you want, Trevor? And
Yeah, I'm really curious.
Before,
she's just swimming there, sort of waiting in the pool. She's just washing her hair.
before I met you and everyone else,
Speak up.
me and Guile, he turned into a werewolf and attacked me.
And when you guys see Trefor's strip, he actually has a huge rake, claw marks across his chest, all the way down to almost his hip.
Nice.
A big old scar. Yeah, he actually told me it was an accident, right?
Yes.
Well, I love him. I want to marry him. I really hope he survived. He escaped, and I want to know where he is, and I know you do too.
And
Hang in there, Trevor. We'll be okay. We will. Once we get to Valaaki, we'll get our compass. We will understand where to go.
Can I burst out fighting like a catfish I'm trying to catch?
Yeah, Dragar catches this big old catfish, and you lob it onto the beach.
It's like it's food. I got food. Who's hungry?
And you start cooking up this catfish.
Yeah.
Is there any, like, giant rocks?
You swim to the bottom, Trevor, and when you swim to the bottom, it's really, really deep. And you think you see a girl down there. Yes, you do. A mermaid pops out of the rocks and comes up to you. She has no top on,
Beautiful.
and her hair is just floating. His hair is just floating like this, and she locks eyes with you, and you can't move. And now you notice that you're at the very bottom of this pond, and she's creeping towards you, and she kisses you, and all goes black.
I'm assuming we.
You
were
guys
sitting on a rock.
all notice that
Where'd he go?
Trevor kind of just disappeared.
Where'd he go? He was just here in the pool with us.
Ophelia's like, "There's something down there. There's something down there," and she dives in.
I go after her with my axe.
Dragar just immediately grabs his axe and dives down there.
Yeah.
You see Trevor just sort of floating there. His feet are piled onto with rocks, and he's just sitting there floating, and he's completely unconscious. He's not breathing.
Am I close enough to grab him?
Yep, you swim up and grab
I
Trevor.
grab him with my free arm and then start.
You immediately rip him out of the rocks. They're pretty easy, and you get to the surface. You feel something grab onto your legs, but it slips off.
I'm guessing
Do I
Trevor
get a kick
died.
at the hand? Do I
Yeah.
get a kick?
I'm still just sitting on a rock. I don't know anything that's happening.
And
I'm reading a book.
There's a series of splashes coming from,
Then I pull him
and all of
up.
a sudden Trevor comes flying out, and
There's
then
something down
followed
there!
behind Dragar.
I take a breath. There's something down there.
I'm gonna kill this way to explain my thing.
Percy's still just off in the distance, just looking at the beautiful mountains and shit.
Where
Guard!
are
Do I wake up and start coughing?
Yeah, yeah.
Help! There's something in the
I
water.
grab my sword and
Ophelia gets out and quickly dries herself off and gets dressed. There's a mermaid down there or something.
I grab
stand
my
up.
sword
There's
and
something.
not today!
You done, and I grab you before he gets overhead. You almost just drowned. You calm down.
I grab my
ready.
sword and I just start diving.
Don't go back in there. She grabs you. Don't go
grab
back
him.
in there. Do not.
And then I throw him into the further inland, and I'm like, no.
Dragar, you look down and you swear you can see a mermaid now.
I see something. I see something moving
I
down
go
there.
and break a branch and I make a triangle and I just.
Trevor, what did I just say? You get out of here. Everyone, let's go. Our camp is interrupted. Trevor, you need to pay more attention.
Calm down,
I mean,
child.
she can't leave the water, man. It's cool.
You lick your lips, Trevor, and it tastes like poison. You spit. It's like bitter and it tastes like poison, like chemicals.
Why are you mad? You got a kiss from a pretty mermaid and passed out.
It's like Jake's dream right there.
I mean, yeah, but at least I didn't go. No, let's go. As I'm still standing there naked yelling at him, so I'm trying to put my clothes on. Actually, so do we start changing into our Vistani clothes?
Yeah, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm still keeping my furs, but I'll be overlapped with Vistani. Gotta have an original look,
Yes.
Put on my pants, keep my shirt on,
You got it, killer.
something.
Something. I gotta have my fur.
Fur.
Okay. As you guys leave, you walk down. Trevor, you okay? You guys walk down into the bottom of. Whoops, I messed up. There were supposed to be 3 mermaids. Oh well. Okay, as you guys get to the bottom of this mountain, you guys come and follow the road towards heading towards Valaaki. Let me change up the music real quick. The forest gets insanely thick all of a sudden.
Lots of wolves.
I don't like this one.
How?
There's too many wolves.
Intensely.
Timberwolf.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna
Dire
do.
wolf.
This is what I'm gonna do.
Trevor, can I have one of those little napkins? Thanks. Don't do the dirty one. The one that didn't get used yet.
Disrespectful.
Thank you.
What a piece of food.
Okay. As you guys are walking down the mountain, you guys descend back into the mists to where you can barely see a few hundred yards away from you.
Mm-hmm.
And we cut away from you. We kind of zoom out from the party. And all of a sudden, it's a crystal ball. And someone's watching you through a crystal ball. It zooms out more and more, and there's a big throne, like a king's chair, basically. We see the back of it. And in front of this throne is the crystal ball that we just watched. You see a hand grab onto the table chair, to the arm rest, with fingernails on it. And there's a ting ting at the window. Strahd stands up, goes to the window, opens it. It's a paper bird. He reads it. Foolish today, guy. And he bursts the paper bird into flames. And the camera does a close-up of Strahd's face, smiling, as we cut back to you. You guys are walking on the path, and you guys come up to the forest thickens immensely. We cut back again to Strahd, who walks out onto the precipice of the castle, overlooking his land, all of Barovia. You can actually see Serafol Falls. And he starts speaking an ancient dialect. And causing big circles with his hands. And you can see the clouds getting bigger and bigger and darker. And he puts his hand out like this. We cut back to you guys. The clouds overhead get dark and start rumbling over you. When immediately a thick rain starts pulling down, almost immediately. And it's raining like immensely.
The storm's getting hot. We must find shelter. Press forward.
You can hear.
All right, Saruman.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Well, I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to do it.
Thank you.
There's dark magic at work in this storm.
Head into the forest! Come on, you guys!
Press forward. Run quickly. Let's go.
As you guys run into the Svalich Woods, it turns from sparse trees dead into thick forest to where you guys lose track of the forest, of the path in the forest. And right about now, you guys sort of turn around and look, and you guys have no idea which way you came from or which way to go. Who has the best survival? Who wants to be like the leader? And I also need a marching order.
I have survival plus
I
1.
want the man where I'm safe.
Survival plus 1.
What about you,
+2.
That's all I know.
Alan?
That's my character.
I have nothing.
He's got +2. He might.
I'm essentially Morty.
Yeah, he's basically Morty.
Morty.
Awesome.
+1.
You're a bard. There's
So
a difference.
I'm leader. Right
Well,
now.
no. You want us to roll, James? Because he is +2.
If you guys want to, or you guys can both try to lead.
Yeah, we'll both go. I'll let you take the lead because you're a better tracker. How's that, kiddo?
Because I've tracked many vampires, many werewolves.
Yes. With much help and much trackle survival, you're a good warrior. There's
Me
no
and Dad
doubt.
have been split up so much times of hunting. So, good luck.
I've saved your life multiple times, you annoying little brat, so don't be getting too ahead of yourself, child. Because that's still what you are. I fought beasts when I was still a child with my bare hands, so calm yourself.
The forest thickens, and so much to where that you can't even hardly see in front of each other. And as a matter of fact, you guys are now going to need a source of light. It's that thick. I'm basically picturing
Percy, give me the dagger.
the forest from
He's got it.
from The Hobbit. Remember?
Yeah.
What is that forest called?
I don't remember the forest,
But it's that's how thick it is.
I take some
Fanghorn, thank you.
branches to try and start a torch.
I
a little bit.
I
hard
break
in
a
the
stick
rain,
and I will light it.
I got literally
I break a
candle.
stick
If
and
there's
I
any
my
wolves, just please ignore them. I don't know what to do about it. Like,
Okay.
I break a stick.
I mean, go
and
for it.
light
Like, try and light it. Don't get me wrong.
Or
But
just light this branch so we have multiple
As
torches.
you guys are sort of standing here, you guys realize that
Fire a little bit.
how kind of loud you guys are being, and just how quiet the
like
forest
your guitar on
has
fire.
become.
Fun. What?
The
What?
forest went too quiet just now. Everybody being loud.
Well, I keep shushing me. Don't shush me.
You guys
Sing
are
it,
at
too.
1. All right, let me show you how this forest is going to work. You guys are at 1, and you guys have to find an escape, basically.
Lovely.
You guys can move 1 over. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And we're going to go from there as
You
we
mean
go.
like-
Yeah.
So, you guys find yourself in a
No.
very thick
No. You're not getting anything.
What's mine?
I know she wants.
forest. Do you press on?
Yeah.
And if so, where do you go?
We take it to the.
Next.
What direction are we right
You
now?
have no idea, dude.
So we just go straight.
Literally, you turn around and you like have no idea where you came from. You have no idea where to go. The forest is so thick you can't see the sky at all. It's basically pitch black in here.
Well, I'm gonna presume.
That's why you guys need flames.
I'll take. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
we
we
did.
got. Made 2 torches for
I know.
us.
I
I'll
know.
lead.
I'm
and
just
I'll
saying
send
that's
the-
why you guys
No,
need flames.
I'm leading. I'm tracking.
I'm gonna hold my hand out like a
Okay,
candle.
then we are leading towards the front. We're gonna start going northeast, whatever we would think northeast is, so straight.
Right here, there's some huge ancient megaliths that you spy, Callan. Almost seem to be calling you. 1 square is like 500 feet too, by the way. Like
Yeah, it's good.
this forest is
It's
huge.
gonna be a long time. Got it.
Off in the distance, you can see like 3 pillars, Callan, and they seem to be emanating energy.
I'm gonna go and check it out.
All right, Callan runs over to these pillars.
We go for Orem. We have to stay as a group. This forest will lose ourselves in it. If we're not careful.
So I gave you the torches.
When you arrive, there are footprints everywhere, indicating recent people. There's a raven sitting on top, cawing at you. Caw, caw! Gotta find a good raven voice.
It was just doing it.
Anyway,
Sorry.
I mean, it's already doing
and it's like looking down at you
I look up at it and I
into
go,
its black eyes.
Huh?
You look into its black eyes and it cocks its head.
oh, oh. This is what I make her respond.
It grabs a seed and it's like tick, 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 and like trying to break it, breaks it open, eats the seed, and then flies off.
I cast a firebolt at it.
You cast fireball at it.
Yeah.
Roll attack.
16.
You explode this raven,
Okay.
and dark energy comes off of it and seeps into your skin, and now it's gone. And you guys all saw that.
it didn't seem too good, man.
Yeah.
That's why I said this. We can't get lost. Torches won't matter.
Ophelia
You
walks
guys are like right behind me.
Ophelia
The
walks up
torches
to you.
are evil.
I
This
can't
place is
believe you
evil.
just
Torches-
did that.
I guess it was a messenger from Strahd.
You just cursed yourself, Callan.
That's all
You
I-
do not harm ravens in Barovia. What is your problem?
It was scary.
It pissed me off.
Great.
Oh.
Now we have to deal with these.
Let's
I
just
touch
keep
myself
pressing
like on my
forward.
chest and I
You
go,
feel no difference.
yeah.
Keep
I look
pressing-
at my hand and I go, well, what else is new?
It's kind of spazzing.
I was like, let's keep pressing forward before something else horrible happens in this spot.
Dragar, you think you see something in the corner of your eye. You look and it's not there.
If I see
We're
another
not alone
crow,
out here.
I'm gonna
Everybody be
blow
on
it.
guard. There's something. We're being watched.
I cast spider climb, and I climb the nearest tree, the biggest looking one.
Okay, you just run up this tree. You
Yeah.
popping out the top.
Well, I'm like, 1 second, guys. I'm gonna go try and see if I can find our way out.
Be careful.
And I climb up.
While he's
and
doing
see
that,
if I can find a way out.
I'm gonna inspect these pillars.
Likewise, I'm going to investigate around the.
A natural one. So I don't know what the fuck they are.
I'm going to investigate around where we're at. Just so I
Dragar,
can
you don't
see.
need to roll. You can sense that this is some ancient barbarian druid.
This is very primal.
Very
Native
primal,
lands.
thank you.
This is a primal
Magic.
native lands we're
You
on.
can you specifically no. You guys can like it's good energy, but you can like feel like a warm energy emanating off of these
This
stones.
place has these stones have the spirits of the ancestors with them.
You feel at home here. You really do feel at home here. Like they're really comfortable.
I'm glad you know about it because I don't know shit from my roll.
Ancient.
Percy, you climb to the top of this tree. A raven flies off where you almost grab, and it flies off. You look out. Is that what you're trying to do? Mm-hmm. Pop your head up, just like Bilbo. There's all these butterflies, and they fly off. And like you're almost blinded by the light because it's so bright, yet there's no sun. And you can get like a bearing. You guys are like smack dab right in the middle of the forest, and you can tell like, okay, off this way you can see Valaaki.
Okay, so what? You think we're at like 6, maybe? If I was
From
trying to
here,
wing it,
you could see that it's definitely this way.
like directionally.
Yep.
Okay.
You come back down, and
Yeah.
you have that inner compass.
Yeah, and I'm like, guys, like I got like basically a sort of idea which way to go. Which way to start leading?
Can I track for any werewolf prints?
You look around, and you actually do see some paw prints. Werewolf.
Can I check them out?
You do. That's what you found.
Which
Fresh.
way did they go?
Fresh. Into the forest.
Like
Which
the way
way?
I'm leading?
You look around, and you follow it. It comes towards 5, and then they kind of disappear.
Just be cautious, young child. If those tracks disappearing like that, means something else could be tracking us right now. So be on guard.
What do you do?
I follow the footprints.
I'm gonna blow up
Well,
another crow.
I guess it's sort of the direction we're going. We gotta go south.
I follow the
Is the footprints going the same direction as where he wants to go?
Sort of.
Ask Percy.
Percy?
They're sort of. It's kind of like mine's more diagonal. This is a little more straight.
Well, we'll take the way out
We
here.
can take a hard left when we get.
We don't need those
more
paw
south.
prints. We need to find a way out of this forest.
You guys enter 5?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, you guys enter 5. And
Do I see any
need,
more-
Who's leading?
Because he
Percy.
was following. No,
Following
he
the
was
tracks.
following- he
I
was following
need
the
a
tracks.
roll D100. D100.
It's the 2 of the 10s combined. Need help, buddy?
I don't have it.
Hmm?
I don't
I have it.
You have one.
And you
D10.
actually use 2. You
Well,
only have 1, Trev?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Can't you just use the percentage dice?
He's got it.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
to
that's
use
what it
2.
is.
Are these?
Oh.
Yep.
No, buddy, this one. There you go.
Roll them both.
What's it say?
0, 20.
20%?
20, yeah.
Nice. Nice. Okay, good job. You succeed. You guys walk and into area 5 for a few hundred yards, and then you see a downed tree. In this tree, on your guys' side, is what looks like to be like a hunter, like a pelt hunter, and he has a big old pelt on his back, and he's like creeping around the tree, and like he keeps poking around, and he's looking at the tree, which is facing away from you guys. You guys are like at his back, and he's just like, and he keeps doing
Can he
that.
see us?
No, he has no idea. that you guys are
I
there.
say, everybody be quiet. We don't
Yep,
know
and
who this
he
person
peeks
is.
out, and you can, and he arms his bow, and he just keeps ducking. He's just like he just is watching something.
I was like, this man's hunting. I'm quietly saying this man's hunting something.
I creep up next to him. Like, what are you doing, man?
Roll stealth.
A 6.
I'll give it to you.
Oh, wait, plus 4.
10.
10.
Exactly what you need.
Nice.
You walk up.
Hey, calm down, man. Calm down.
What are you doing here?
Calm down, man. Calm down, man.
What are you doing?
We don't know, man. We're like,
Don't
lost.
interrupt my hunt.
I'm not, man. I'm trying to figure out what you're doing.
What are you?
That's what
Who
I'm
are?
trying to do, man.
Who are you guys?
We're just
I
some
go up
guys.
to I go up to Percy.
We're just some guys.
Be quiet. Why are you here?
I don't know, man. Just
I ask him,
point me to
what are you
Valaaki.
hunting?
point me to Valaaki and get out of your hair, man.
You guys are going to Valaaki?
Yeah, man, just leave me to
I
go.
asked him, what are you watching and hunting?
I'm after a werewolf. I tracked him in here a few days ago.
Wait, what's his
That's
name?
cool, man. Like,
Mine?
No, the werewolf.
he doesn't know his name.
I don't
man.
fucking know his name. I'm trying to kill him.
Why?
Because he's a
Because
werewolf.
that's what I do. I hunt werewolves.
Where is he?
In the forest somewhere.
In the forest.
Then how can you see
I
him?
have
Ignore my
traps.
little friend here for a moment. Just point me to Valaaki. and I'll get out of your hair.
Well, the way this forest works is it moves all the time.
God
So
damn
good
this
luck.
place.
However, I could, if you pay me correctly,
Sure, whatever, man.
I'll guide you for sure.
You guys even take money here?
I do take money, golden strats preferably.
God damn it.
I'll do it for 25 golden
I
strats.
think I have that.
How much do I have? I don't even know.
I can pay you. I think. Yes, I can.
What is your names, travelers?
You guys are all here now, I assume.
Trevor.
Be like, he'll pay
Trevor.
you half now and
The
half when
Ducat.
you get us out.
Trevor
I
the
don't think I have
Ducat.
any
Okay,
gold.
good to
I
know.
don't
Dragar?
What is your
What is
my
your name?
My name is Dragar.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Dragar! The one I do not know yet.
And you,
Callan.
Callan? It is nice to meet all of you. But no, I'm on a very dangerous hunt. What is your name?
Perk.
Percy.
Okay, Perk.
Perky.
Do you guys have a name, a group of something?
No.
Well, I am here because my leader, Kirill, wanted me to find this man.
Okay.
Do we
We'll help you
recognize the
hunt
name
him.
without metagaming?
We'll help you.
You recognize the name?